What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for some more live content with you with Mr. Brian Daigle in the house, back in We Are Tottenham TV HQ.
Yep.
Back with a smile on your face. That's what we like to see.
Smile's been here the whole time, hasn't it? Back at the mothership, back at, like you said, at HQ, head office, and looking forward to an update and more.
Yeah, got a nice stream organised for you guys today. We've got to start off on a Tottenham update, and not much transfer news going on in this update, but we've got a few quotes from Paratici and Wilson Odobear. But we're going to start off talking about Euro 2028, as Tottenham Hotspur Stadium got confirmed to be hosting 5 Euro 2028 games, 4 group stage games, 1 last 16 match. And I'm thinking about it like, we've literally got the best stadium in the country. Like, why are we not going at least to, I know Wembley's going to take the final and everything, but we'll probably take both semi-finals, but why not to the quarterfinals? Like, only 1 game in the last 16. I think that's a bit shocking.
Well, it depends. They've got to do it. They've got to phase it out around the country, haven't they? And the other venues. So good to be there. I think that's put a quickener on the hotel being built, hasn't it? If that's confirmed, it's one of the requirements. But it's going to be great to have a major tournament being played at Tottenham.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe we can get some scouting done there as well.
Like very, very close quarters. Very, very close quarters.
So that is the Euros. Obviously, it's a long way away, Euro 2028. So 3 years to go. But in terms of Spurs' kit for next season, the colour of the third kit has been leaked. And Spurs are going to that old school purple. It reminds me very much of that kind of like Under Armour Erasmus kit, the pony kit from the 90s as well. So going back to that classic purple. Is that a colour that you like on a kit?
I have liked the purple kits. I've always liked, though, when Spurs' away kit's yellow. That's when I grew up with, it was a yellow away kit. But I do like the purple kit, so it'll be interesting to see what Nike do with this one, because as a big hater of Nike, or especially the home kits, I think the away kit and third kit this year is sensational. I think they're beautiful, but the home kit now looks like you've got Dora the Explorer's backpack on you.
Yeah. Who's the first player that comes to mind when you look at that kit, that colour?
Well, when I'm thinking Under Armour and I'm thinking purple, there's only one man I'm thinking of.
Who, Gareth Bale?
No.
Who?
Who do you think I would be thinking of? My second favourite ever Spurs player.
Who? Jan.
There you go.
So I think of David Ginola in that purple kit, obviously, as you would.
There you go. That's not a bad one.
Yeah. I swear, didn't Gareth Bale play in that purple kit, that Under Armour Erasmus one?
No, I think he left after Under Armour. I think his last season.
His last season was Under Armour, wasn't it, Gareth Bale?
Oh, with Jan Vertonghen, yes, you're right. It was Under Armour. But we had the white collared shirt. So yeah, you might be right with that. You might be right.
But let us know in the comment section below, people.
The black and grey one he wore, wasn't it?
The black, black and yellow.
No, black. You remember it was black.
Oh yeah. That one when we bloody lost 5-2 at the Emirates in that kit, didn't we?
Yes, but he scored that stunner against West Brom in it, didn't he?
Yeah. Didn't he score it in it playing Swansea as well? Swansea away?
No, I think they wore the blue kit for that one.
Yeah, you're right, the dark blue kit. But yeah, let us know who is the player that really comes to mind when you think of that colour. But I like that colour on a kit. Yep. And look, I know you've got your bone to pick with Nike, but I actually think they've made us some really nice kits over the years.
It's the home kits. You know what it is?
Some of the away kits have been like some of the best we've seen.
The away kits have not been too bad, but what has got me with the away kits is I remember when we had Under Armour, we had Puma, Umbro, Adidas, all you go back and back, Kappa. It was like a V-neck, then a collar, then a round neck. Then it is just the same white round neck, no imagination. But I will say the away kit and third kit this season is stunning. Stunning.
There you go. Some kudos thrown to Nike there from Mr. Brian Daigle. So this next one, I never ever thought I'd be mentioning Donald Trump on a Tottenham update. But here we are. Sky Sports are saying that US President Donald J. Trump will pardon former Tottenham Hotspur owner Joe Lewis today. Lewis pleaded guilty to insider trading in the US and was fined $5 million in April last year. So there you go. Joe Lewis getting a pardoning from the president.
I mean, we all grow up being told it's who you know, not what you know. I don't understand. I've seen people when they've been pardoned when it's like, when they haven't been guilty, but they've been found guilty, they're innocent. This guy has pleaded guilty. He has said, I did it. I have done this crime. I'm an old man. I have done this crime. But somehow it's like, okay, well, it's ridiculous. Listen, he's getting old now, isn't he? He's got nothing to do with Tottenham anymore. Like, obviously, Enoch owned it.
Yeah, he's got nothing to do with Tottenham. I mean, his kids own it, so I mean, that's still...
What will be, but it's just madness to me.
Do you feel like he's still like pulling the strings behind the strings, or you think he's like completely out of it?
Mate, I don't even think he knows I don't even think he knows it's the North London derby the week after next.
Yeah, probably right.
Let alone pulling the strings.
Yeah, probably right. All right, next up, we have got some quotes from Don Fabio, and he's talking about the Super Cup, and he said to Fabio Paratici admitted that Tottenham's Super Cup final defeat to PSG is one of the experiences he had in football which makes him feel pain to this very day. Yeah, I mean, do you feel the same way about the Super Cup?
Yeah, I do, because obviously we played so well in that game in a back five, three, whatever you want to call it, and we really gave them the game, and we looked strong. It may not have been like the beautiful football, but we gave the reigning European Champions League holders, a really good game, and it just showed at the end with the substitutions what the qualities could do, and we just switched off. I really thought we were going to get the win there. When it was 2-0 and a few minutes to go, it does hurt. It does hurt.
I know people were, I mean, I remember the narrative going into the game, and it was like people were saying, because everyone was fully expecting us to get battered. Like, I'm talking about Spurs fans. They were like, oh, it's just a glorified pre-season friendly. And then by the end of it, everyone was just so gutted, weren't they?
Yep. Yeah, I heard people saying it's basically the European equivalent of the Community Shield.
Yeah.
It's a big game, isn't it? When we've been bereft of trophies for so long, not that it's a major trophy or anything, but it's certainly better than the Water Toll, the Audi Cup or the Tiger Cup.
But it's just the opportunity to play against literally, I mean, we all go on about, European champions and all that, but they were the literal European champions, the best team in Europe at that moment in time.
Yep.
And we took them to the wire.
We did, and remember, not only were they European champions, they absolutely battered Inter Milan off the park. It was an absolute mauling, wasn't it? And we gave them a real good game. Obviously, there was talk about the World Club Cup, and they were resting players, and obviously they hadn't been back in training long. But we gave a really good account of ourselves, and it was a very bitter end to that game.
Yeah, it was. All right, so that's Paratici. Actually, he had these quotes on Thomas Frank as well about his ideas of football, and he says, I blindly believe in the director-coach relationship. You as a director must almost cancel your football ideas to marry to those of a coach you have. My football ideas today are that of Thomas Frank, and that is why a good friend of the channel, Romeo Agresti, obviously a big Juventus fan, called Don Fabio the best director of football, bar none. And he's true. Like, when you're a director of football, you need to put your kind of football philosophy aside, and you need to pick the right players for the manager.
Yeah, you do. And you got to hope and think that they're having these meetings this week or during the international break. We heard after he was appointed, they said in the press conference or the interview they did on Tottenham Hotspur's YouTube channel that they will be having meetings to discuss what to do. Obviously, Frank's got his calibre of player, style of player, profile of player. Fabio has a wide knowledge of the world of football and will hopefully be able to identify some nuggets in there that will be able to do the job and entice the big players to come and play for Tottenham Hotspur.
And it's good, like, hearing quotes like that as well, because, when we spoke to Martin Jol, didn't we, at the back end of last year on the Frankfurt game, and he was talking about the relationship he had with a certain Damien Comoli, who I think is at Juventus now, which is just a great, strange turn of events. But, he was saying that, Comoli had his own ideas of football and was trying to imprint his own ideas of football onto the football club when, he was the manager and he was trying to imprint his own ideas on the football club. So that kind of relationship doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't. That's the most important thing with it, isn't it? Like you said, he was going on about Martin Jol had took us from where we were to basically start this journey that we've been on. And he was flying for us. And obviously the players loved him. He knew what he wanted. And then Comoli came in and thought he could get a different type of player or have his views. And when that we saw it at Newcastle, didn't we, with Eddie Howe and Paul Mitchell. We saw it. They've had a few issues at Newcastle. That it's such a pivotal and vital relationship that's got to be right. And hopefully Frank and Paratici will get on famously together.
Yeah. All right, now a bit of transfer news. The one that you've all been waiting for, people. Matti Moretto, a very reliable journalist, says that Tottenham, Newcastle and Inter are all closely monitoring Club Brugge defensive midfielder Alexander Stankovic. So Alexander Stankovic, 20 years of age, so only 2 years above 18 years of age, son of former top-class player Dejan Stankovic, who obviously played for Inter. Stankovic came through the ranks at Inter, didn't get minutes there, moved on to Club Brugge in the summer. He's a central part of that Club Brugge team who are, I wouldn't say flying high in the Champions League, but doing very well. They played Barcelona, I think, in the last round, and it was an unbelievable game. They played tremendously well, drawing 3-3 on the day. And Alexander Stankovic is a player, is a profile of player who I think we're desperately missing in this squad. Someone who can screen that back for a number 6, but has also got that passing ability and that ability to progress the ball forward. Like I said, a very key part to this Club Brugge team in this moment in time. Is he the player that we want? Because of, in terms of the profile, he's still a very new player. He's playing pretty much his first year in senior football, has already been called up to the Serbian national team, having 2 caps already. So that shows you where they see him and they value him. But look, don't get it twisted. He's having a bit of a rise in terms of stature at this moment in time. But is it a bit too early to come to Spurs? I'm not too sure yet.
Well, do you know what? I'm glad you said he's already made his debut for the Serbian national team, because there's a certain football match on today that I wasn't going to watch because I don't know a lot about this player, and I might just watch the England game now and check him out. Like you said, when we were talking about this earlier, we were talking about, or you were talking about, when we had that discussion about the kind of midfielder we were looking for, and you were like, this is the kind of profile, weren't you?
Yeah.
From what you've seen of him. I haven't seen him play at all, so I can't really comment. But from what you were saying, what he can offer is sounds like a very promising prospect, but not just one of those one for the future. It looks like if you're holding your own against Barcelona and doing well for Club Brugge, we have a good track record of players from Belgium. So,
like Jonathan Blundell?
Oh, mate, don't. Mate, why have you gone for the pinnacle? Why have you gone for the pinnacle immediately? But yeah, we'll see how this one develops. But like I said, I hadn't heard much about him until we started talking about him. But I will watch him tonight now.
Yeah, I hope he starts. But look, he's a young player. So do Spurs really need another kind of young player who's just making his way in the game? Or do we need someone kind of more, apparent in the world of football, where in the age of like mid-20s, something like that? But again, like we were talking about the need for a number 6 in the start and which kind of number 6 do we need. There are not many players around that do have that kind of natural ball-playing ability, but also being able to protect that back four. So I'm not sure. I'm undecided on it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, last season we were linked with like Nico Paz, obviously a youngster just coming through. Obviously he has got great. There's some of these players that do just look like they're going to come in and set the ground running. Is he one of them? I'm sure Paratici will know a bit about him from his time in Inter.
Yeah.
We'll see how it develops, but like you said, this is what we've been lacking. It's good to hear Spurs are actually, the rumours we're hearing are for areas that we need addressing.
It's mad as well because last year or a year and a half ago, he was playing for Serbia under-19s, got the call up to the under-21s. Only 2 games in the under-21s, and they said, I've seen enough, moving up to the seniors. So
well, that's a glowing endorsement, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, from your country. So look, we'll see what happens. There are, top clubs. I think Leverkusen have been accredited with interest as well. When you've got the likes of Inter Milan, Leverkusen, Newcastle and Spurs all after you must be doing something right. And what's more interesting about that, if Inter are seriously chasing him, Inter let him go a year ago.
Yep.
So they'll know more about him than anyone else.
They will do, and I wonder if there's a buyback clause. Because then if they do have that, then it might, or they have first refusal or whatever, so it could be a clever move for them to get him back in a stipulation in the contract that we don't know about. But we'll have to wait and see how this one develops. But big teams are looking at him, so we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and obviously his dad played for Inter Milan and was a big player for Inter Milan, Dejan Stankovic. Yep. So if he wants to follow in his dad's footsteps, and he's kind of the same role as his dad as well, a central midfielder. So Look, we'll have to wait and see how this one progresses. But last but not least, we've got some quotes from Wilson Odobear. First of all, on playing for Thomas Frank. And he says, "It's going very well. Honestly, he has a good work ethic. I think everyone is happy with him. He has some good game plans, so it's top-notch. We have a style of play a little different, and I think it's still a good style of play. So there you have it. After that, we always have to try and find depth and add variety." So, yeah, he seems to be happy. And why wouldn't he be? Because he's just going up and up and up at the moment.
Exactly. I mean, we've got to remember as well, we've heard Christian Romero being told that he's never been happier at Spurs, everything. It's wonderful to hear. Obviously, there is a big change into the way we have been playing in previous seasons, especially the last two. And there's always going to be a change when you change manager. There's always going to be a different way to have passages of play, formations, tactics. And it is a learning curve for every single one, including the youngsters like Odobear. And Odobear, gradually, little by little, is showing green shoots of improvement and is getting a lot more confident on the ball, being a lot more direct. And hopefully more will come from his game under Frank's tutelage.
I thought you were going to burst out into Oasis song there for a second, little by little.
I could have done. I could have done, but no one needs to hear me sing. No one needs that.
And he's talking as well on Spurs needing to improve that home form as well. And he says, "I think it will come together all little by little," he says. If you look closely at our matches, we're not playing badly. And when we lose, it's really close. A bit of a mixed bag, because if you look at away games, I think we're the best away team. So there you have it. We just need to confirm that at home with our fans. I think it will all come together little by little. So we're feeling confident. We have a good feeling about us, and I think the chances we'll create will come with time. We shouldn't force things. We just need to let time take its course, and everyone should work hard. So he's calling for a little bit of patience when it comes to home things. But what he says here is that when you look closely at our matches, we're not playing badly, and when we're losing, it's really close. I mean, some games it is really bad though, isn't it?
Yeah, there have been games. I mean, look, the Chelsea one comes straight to mind immediately.
Chelsea, Monaco, Bournemouth.
Yeah, I was talking about home. Not.
Oh, okay.
So you look at, we're talking about the home record.
Second half of Wolves, you know.
I mean, even Villarreal, you could say.
Villarreal.
But it is time to implement his tactics over. Like I said from the get-go, I have no doubt we will be playing attacking football by the end of the season when we have players back and he gets players that specifically suit what they need him, what they can do for him. And yeah, listen, you and I, massive Frank advocates, make no bones out the home record is poor, but it's very poor under Ange. It's been very poor under Conte, apart from that first half of the season. It was poor under Poch. It was poor under Jose. So it's been at this stadium.
I mean, it's just there for all to see. I mean, when you go to that stat, that horrible, horrible stat, which I hate talking about, that we have lost 6 less games in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium than Arsenal have at the Emirates.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Emirates has been open for like 20 years.
It's disgusting. I mean, we did better at Wembley, didn't we? We always used to lose semi-finals and whatever there. We did better at Wembley. This has been a massive problem since we moved to the new stadium, this home form. Apart from that second half of the season under Conte where we got the Champions League, we have really struggled at home, whether it's atmosphere, whether it's I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It's just been a shocking. And when you put that stat, they moved to the Emirates before 2010. It was 2008 or something. They moved to the Emirates.
I think it was like
2006,
2000 somewhere around there. 2006, I think. Yeah, 2007
like
maybe.
They've been there almost 2 decades, and we've been there. We've been at White Hart Lane since what 2019.
Yeah.
So coming up 6 years, 6 and a bit, and they've lost 6 fewer. Well, sorry, we've lost 6 fewer games than them in that time. It's unacceptable.
We really need to make this place a fortress, because like you look back at like the last season at White Hart Lane, that was probably our best ever season at White Hart Lane, wasn't it?
Without a doubt.
But I don't ever remember a season like that at White Hart Lane. Like, you go from that, you leave that stadium, and then you come to this. It's just like, come on, man. We need to massively improve that very, very quickly. And once you get that place rocking, it's proper rocking in it, and it can be a fortress, and it can be a place to be feared by the away fans and the away team to come to. But we just haven't been able to get to grips with it yet. That's the reality.
Correct.
But anyway, that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all those news stories that we have spoken about today. Now we're going to react to some of your comments. Me and Brian were obviously doing all the content for you guys yesterday, and there's been a few interesting comments, shall we say, yesterday. So we're going to be reacting to them and seeing what Brian has to say and what Brian has to react. And this first one is from Mark M.
Yep.
And Mark M says, "Taxi for Brian. This show needs some new guests." And there was a reply to it.
Let's reply to Mark first. Let's deal with Mark. And then we'll go to the other one. Mark, very quickly, mate.
Mark, he's in the live chat right now.
Good,
mate.
good for him. Good for him. He's always there. New guests. You know that link that says "Come and join us," and come and chat to the boys, whether it be Ben and Simeon, whether it be whoever's here on the watch log. That's all you've got to do. That's all you've got to do. That's all I do. So rather than put in taxi, get new guests on, how about you call in? How about you don't write with your keyboard and speak with your voice and put your face to a camera? It's just sad. It's just sad. But you can become a guest whenever you want to. The link is always in the chat to join, but somehow you don't. So hope you have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, why don't you come on, Mark M? We'll be happy to speak to you, my friend. There was a reply though on that comment from William Webb.
Yep.
And he says, "Guy is delusional. Frostbitten in Canada. Obviously, it affected his thinking. Frank will deliver no trophies this season and not qualify for Europe next season. Spurs been riding their luck." What would you say to that one?
Well, William
How's
Webb.
the frostbite?
I mean, a nice bit of. Let's just bring me living in Canada into it for no reason whatsoever. Absolutely no reason whatsoever. What I will say, William, I've seen you in the chat with Tottenham on tour. Many a time you come in and you do this kind of thing. There's some people in the chat doing it as well, and there are people that are suffering from APRS. APRS.
What's APRS, Brian?
APRS is Ange Postecoglou rage syndrome, is what it is. I see it. Frank out Ange in. Frank out Ange. The guy lost 22 games in the league. Yes, he won a trophy, and I will be eternally grateful to him. But he's gone. He has gone. But we have to go on. And then again, William Webb just likes to go into the chats. He goes for you as well. But he has a I think he fancies me or something. He just constantly wants to...
Who wouldn't fancy you, Brian?
Mate, poor people. Apart from my wife.
You got a long queue, mate. You got a long queue.
It's just so sad. You know what? You look at it as well. I will say here, and he won't mind me saying it, this guy, honestly, not only is he just like a brother to me, he's a mentor to me. He, honestly, when it comes to this, because when I first started coming onto YouTube, people will see I could be a hothead. People, Simeon
Brian Daigle, never.
Simeon always jokes about that I'm heart over head all the time. And I have had issues in my life, battle addiction, mental health, anger management, blah, blah, blah. And I used to bite and react to these. And then thanks to your wise words, I don't let it get to me. But when people just get stupid and insulted, I speak to people on your chat, live chat, in the comments, whether they agree with me or not. All done respectfully. No talking about where you come from and frostbite. No, just kind, respectful comments. It's just sad. It's just sad. But William Webb, I look forward to you constantly talking about comments. Frank might not win a trophy in his first season. Did Ange Postecoglou, that you keep banging on about? Did Ange Postecoglou have to deal with 4 tournaments? He had to deal with 3. And we actually entered the Carabao Cup a round earlier and got knocked out. So we'll see what he does in his second season. But William, I look forward to many, many of your comments, and I'm going to blow you a big kiss.
Well, he's actually in the live chat,
Good
William Webb, and he says,
"Good for him.
I do love you guys, though Simeon is my favourite."
Good for mate. Listen, I've got no bones with nobody. I could be a hothead. I could be outspoken. I could be a hothead, like I've said. but I never make it personal. I never, ever go in and abuse someone or put them down. I have done in the past with all my Levy and gone nuts, but that's not me anymore. It's just stupid when people just can't be respectful. It's just sad.
He does say he loves you, though.
Well, like I said, I blew him a kiss. I see him on Tottenham on tour, and we have chats, and he's perfectly polite in Tottenham on tour, but then when it's the YouTube comments after, everything I'm on, bang. But hopefully this will be the start
I think he's
to a
just
beautiful new friendship with
I
him.
think he's just concerned about you getting frostbite.
I'm not, mate. Listen, I wrap up warm in Canada. But currently, I am right here with you in London. There is no frostbite.
That's true. That's true. Apparently, it might get pretty cold next week, though. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, what you call cold is like T-shirt weather for me.
All right, let's
And big up, William. Big up, William.
move on to Webo-TM30N saying, form goes out the window. Next breath, Spurs have the best away form this season. Canada's calling. They are missing their village idiot, and it's time to go home.
There you go again. What a stupid comment. Absolutely. Why again? The personal. The personal. Do you know what? What I was trying to say, do you know what, people? I don't know if you know this, on live TV sometimes, or streaming, people may get muddled up with their words. What I was trying to get across was I'm a lot more confident playing Arsenal away than I am playing Arsenal at home.
Well, it seems like you're a lot more confident playing Arsenal away than Fulham at home.
Yes.
That's mad.
Yes.
That's
yes,
mad.
Yes, I am. Because right now, remember, people were saying that I was toxic, that I was negative, because I stood by my principles, did everything that I did with many other people for Levy out. And obviously, I said once he's gone and once Frank's in, I am going to be positive. I am going to be a ray of sunshine and be fully committed to the whole team, the management, and for the first time in almost 18 years, not have to worry about what some prat up there is doing. And I am loving every single minute of it. And if people can't understand what I'm trying to say and they want to get personal, you have the problem, not me.
It is true, though, what he says. Like, you can't say form, when you're talking about the North London derby, you can't say form goes out the window and being like, we've got the best away form in the country.
What I was trying, like I said, that makes perfect sense. That I can't argue with. What I'm saying, what I was trying to get at is why I went for the win as well, is because I'm more confident with our away form than I am our home. I got muddled up there. That was an error by me.
All right. This next comment here, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name, but he says, Brian needs a drug test after this show.
That was after that stream with the Arsenal. Do you know what? I like I said to you before the United game, I am so positive at the moment. I don't know what's happening with me. I think I may need to be tested for medical science or something, because I have gone so super duper positive. And yeah, I'll take a drug test if need be. See what craziness I've got. But
I think you might need it, mate.
You reckon?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, let's do it. I don't know what we're going to test me for, what drugs there. But listen, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy.
It's good.
And enjoying being a Tottenham Hotspur fan more than I ever have done recently, and loving every second of it.
I think it's a great thing. So whatever you're taking, keep taking it.
Mate, will do, mate. I will do.
I think, what's it called? You got Frankitis. Or maybe it's the Frank pills.
Would be an illness.
You're taking the Frank pills.
Yeah, well, instead of Jack and Jill's, I'm on the Frank and Jill's. I'm on the Frank and Jill's.
All right, this next one from the Belgrade Wanderer saying, Ben is laughing at Brian, but you know when preview time comes, he'll say, you know what? I just have a funny feeling and predict a win. Linda comments back saying, facts, with a few laughing emojis. Kaizen says, lol, so true. And, you know, I actually screenshotted this comment yesterday and sent it to Brian. I was like, there is no truer comment than this right now. And I probably will, to be honest. I probably will.
We've done it so many times where it's like, yeah, this will be a tough game, this will be a tough game. And then as it builds up and creeps up, it's like, do you know what? What if? You know when people go, what if? What if? It's mate, do you know what? We both have been two people that wear our hearts on our sleeve and have been very unhappy with everything going on at the top of this football club. Now it's like a breath of fresh air Princess Vivian, as I call her, all hail Princess Vivian, and Charlie and Vinay have got their chance to run this show and see what they're made of. This is a brand new era for Tottenham Hotspur, and I'm going to be on the happy bus all day long for this.
Yeah. Let's hope we're still on the happy bus after the North London derby.
I will be, mate.
Win, lose or draw.
Win.
All right.
Mate, you do realise, this is the thing, I know with us reacting to comments now, should we win, oh my God, am I going to have some fun. Oh my God, am I going to have some fun. But should we lose?
To be honest, I think every single Tottenham fan in the world was going to have a lot of fun if we win.
No, not as much as I will with
I
people
bet you
I
they will.
want to speak to and whatnot. But should we lose, I might go into hibernation. Apart from coming on my one and only channel, which is you.
All right, this next one from Roger Monrovio, or however you pronounce that, says, there is far, far less excitement with Frank, the steam engine, than Ange and when he got it right without key injuries. We were unstoppable and hugely exciting. Remember back to our game against Man City, Manchester United, smashing Villa, crushing Liverpool? Those were the days with Robbie Williams singing Ange's song, I have never been so happy. Now Thomas the steam engine, Frank, is so boring and mundane. My wife can usually ensure me and lure me away from exciting experiences while the game is on the telly. Bless her heart, but she always says it ain't no fun competing against a steam engine like Frank. I win every time. I don't even know what to react to that, to be honest, but I think in terms of excitement, I mean, it is true the first 10 games under Ange versus the first 10 games under Frank are kind of worlds apart in terms of excitement. Like the first 10 games under Ange, the home stadium was just crazy, wasn't it? The atmosphere, home and away. We went to that game up at Burnley. You remember the atmosphere? It was crazy. But I mean, it all came crashing down pretty quickly. That's the honest truth. So we need Thomas Frank, slow, steady, and keep moving up in terms of in the world of progression. You know, not everyone gets there in the same way. Ange Postecoglou won a trophy.
Yep.
But the league season was absolutely horrific. Some of the worst, if not the worst, we've seen in our lifetimes. So, look, I believe Frank is going to get there, and I believe he's going to deliver for Tottenham Hotspur. It might not be what we want to see right now, but we'll get there in the end, in my opinion.
Do you know what? You know that comment a couple of comments ago that said I need to be drug tested? I think I need to go back in time and be drug tested during Ange because I don't understand. Listen, the first 10 games were some of the most breathtaking football I've ever seen. Obviously, I didn't know the atmosphere in the home, I could hear it, but I wouldn't go in because of Levy. But that Burnley game, I've never seen an away end like so early into a manager's tenure. And the place was rocking. Everything was going well, but I don't understand what people are saying with last season. I just don't get it. Even if you look at the games in Europe where everyone's saying he gave up the league to focus on Europe, we got there by playing Thomas Frank football, by playing a more defensive, pragmatic. Yes, he led us to glory, and like I said, I will be eternally grateful for him for that. I have always said, if a manager or players have won a trophy for this football club, let's face it, we are not blessed with them. They're legends. Apart from when we went through it, Judas, I will always be eternally grateful to Ange. You've got to remember, for me and for you, it was my nephew's first trophy. They'd never seen one. Ange Postecoglou delivered that. Your son was born in a year that Ange Postecoglou gave Tottenham Hotspur a trophy. There is nothing that can take that away. But I'm sorry, last season the football was atrocious. Atrocious. And they were saying, oh, it's the injuries. Well, this is what we've got with Frank right now. But now injuries isn't a problem, and you can't mention injuries. Frank will play attacking football. It's been a slow start compared to the first 10 games Ange had. But like I said, I've got no doubt that things will click. I've got no doubt. Remember, Brentford scored more goals than us last season, had more wins than us. Their 3 forward players scored more than our 3 forward players combined. And great things will come with Thomas Frank. It's just going to take time, but people just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Whatever happened to just like giving a manager time, just calming down and see where the journey takes us, man? Whatever happened to that?
It's got to the point as well. To me, I'd rather get 3 points and win rather than have a great performance and not. It's that you must have seen that movie White Men Can't Jump, where they go, you'd rather look good and lose rather than play bad and win. And I'm sorry, I'd rather play bad and win. The good will come. It's going to take time. Pochettino didn't get it right till the second half of the season and the first season. Then look what happened the next 3.5 years. So it will come, and I'm going to back him with every fibre of my being. Yeah,
absolutely. And that's what you should do. Supporters should support.
Damn right.
Watchalot919 says, we will be mid-table by Christmas with no more than another 7 points gained. So obviously this was on the points prediction video. I mean, I predicted 11 points. You predicted 13 points. He's predicting 7 points. I mean, we've got very hard fixtures over the next 7 games. That's the reality. But even if we only pick up 7 points from now until the end of the season, it's still the case of we need to give this guy time.
Yep. I mean, you saw the comments on that video. Some were saying, do you know what, our points tally is quite fair, they could see it. Some even said we'd be lucky if we get 3 points. And I'm like, do me a favour. Listen, we are just guessing here, but what I would like to see is if we do get more than 7 and we get your 11, my 13 or more, it's people like this. Hopefully they'll come back in the comments and say, do you know what, I got it wrong. Which I would do on all the comments that I put in and go, do you know what, I thought we were going to win that, we didn't. We'll wait and see.
Yeah. But, you know, that's the way it goes. The better you do, the more fans you'll get. The worse you'll do, the more haters you get.
Correct.
And that is just the way it goes. And there is just no time for patience anymore. There isn't. You know, if the fans had their way, if the Arsenal fans had their way, Mikel Arteta would be long gone by now. If the Manchester United had their way, Sir Alex Ferguson would have been gone way before he won all those trophies. So there's so many examples of it.
Oh, completely.
So you just need to give the manager time and see where it takes you.
Completely agree. I mean, if you look at it, especially when you mentioned Arteta, I think, look, you can say it with Jose as well, I think COVID and not having football fans in the stadiums probably saved their jobs and kept them there longer, because he had two or three really bad spells, didn't he? When they were in the bottom half, they couldn't win in 8 games, but they stuck with him. And look where they are now.
And finally, another one from your good friend William Webb. And he says, 5 points in the next 7 games. Sadly, we'll drop down to 12th. No strikers, injuries, too much rotation. Arsenal easily win 3-0. Hope I'm wrong. I think we all hope you're wrong, William.
William, I will say, I think you will be wrong with a score. Because I honestly think we're getting 3 points. Honestly, I'm not just saying this.
What's your score? What's the score?
16-0. No, I'm joking. I reckon it's going to be 2-1.
2-1.
2-1 or 3-2 like we did. It'll be 1 goal in it.
Yeah.
It'll be 1 goal. I think even if we weren't to win, I looked at Thomas Frank's results at the Emirates. He's drawn 1-1, and he lost the other 2-1. So it's always been the 1 goal or whatever. So I think it's going to be a 1 goal game. I think we are going to win. What did he say at the beginning?
He said 5 points.
Yeah,
in the next 7 games.
I think it'll be William. You and I can talk over this period in the chat. 'Cause like I said, I've got nothing but love for you, mate. And we'll see if we get more than 5 points. I wholeheartedly think we do very, very easily. But we shall see. And I hope if we get more than 5, people will start saying, do you know what, maybe I have gone a little bit too early or whatever, and see where it takes us. But listen, I understand the frustration that some fans have over Ange, but it's like, he's gone.
Move on.
You know what I mean? Like I said, Daniel Levy's gone. You don't hear me speaking about him at all anymore. I don't come in and leave you this, leave you that. He's gone. Bye-bye. See you later. Ta-da. It's done. It's
funny, though, because I've seen quite a few comments after Sonny left tonight, and I kept barking on about Sonny, and I'm still barking about Sonny, and so many comments saying, "Oh, Sonny's left, like stop going on about him." And same with Harry Kane after Harry Kane left. Why isn't the same applied to Ange?
I think the only reason is because he got a trophy.
So did Sonny.
That's true. Touche. You just sunk my battleship very, very quickly there. Listen, the Harry Kane one will always go on, won't it? If there's any chance, he's our greatest goal scorer. But yeah, it's just
Harry Kane's our greatest goal scorer, and Sonny is, in my opinion, the greatest captain. I mean, Tottenham's biggest legend as a Premier League captain.
Yes, you're right, because he won that trophy. But for me, until the day I die, the most inspirational captain for me is Gary Mabbutt. With everything and remember, I grew up in that time, met him on many occasions.
Till the day you die, but you don't know what's coming next.
With what he went through with his diabetes.
Yeah, but you don't know what's coming next.
Mate, listen, I'm adamant.
It doesn't matter what's coming next.
Doesn't matter, mate. Mate, Gary Mabbutt, for not just his footballing and what he had to do, but what he does off the pitch and everything he stands for. And still to this day with Gaza.
How long was he our captain for in the Premier League?
Was
he our captain all the way till like 98?
Yeah. Put it this way, he was the FA Cup captain. He was captain before 91. Premier League came in 92. Until he left, he was captain.
Because I was at his last game against Southampton, last game of the season with, he had him, David Howes and Jurgen Klinsmann, all their last game for Spurs.
I was at his testimonial against Newcastle. Incredible man, incredible servant. Played in every position apart from goalkeeper for us, and had to go through a lot with health issues and severe bad injuries, like the fashion. Just an inspiration. But
and he won a European trophy as well, didn't he?
Was he with us in '84?
I think he was.
I think he may have been.
I think he was.
I think he may have been.
But I think it was a young Gary Mabbutt won that. I don't know if he played or not, but he did.
I think he was at the club. I think he was at the club, but I don't think he started. It was very early in his. But for me, a true inspiration. But I get what you're saying with Sonny. Sonny got the European trophy as captain. Sonny with his again two captains who were very loyal.
Yeah.
And stayed with the club through thick and thin. So there's an argument for both. But obviously, I grew up with Gary Mabbutt.
Yeah. It is mad what he had to go through just to play a game of football. You know what I mean?
And you remember the 81 and 82 FA Cup. I was 2 and 3 years old. 84, obviously 5. The first FA Cup I got to see Spurs lift was Gary Mabbutt. And obviously, how beautiful after the Coventry own goal. I've got nothing but love for Gary Mabbutt.
Yeah, and also what he's done after his career as well, and what he continues to do.
Yeah.
Obviously he's a massively great ambassador for the club right now.
Incredible.
And I think it started off in COVID times where he would just call like old and vulnerable people. And it's not like he just calls them and just has a quick minute chat. He's on the phone to them for like a good half an hour, 45 minutes. Sometimes they can do these things just as a token gesture, but this isn't a token gesture. This is someone who really cares. And he did it with my grandpa as well. I think every birthday my grandpa had since COVID, I think he spent about 45 minutes on the phone with Gary Mabbutt.
Honestly, he is just. I was fortunate enough to meet him, like I said, on a number of occasions, and every single time was, but like you've just said, with the elderly and vulnerable during COVID and beyond. No matter how old you were, what the problem was, he always had time. He is just, honestly, he's just he encapsulates what it is to be Tottenham, doesn't he?
Yeah, 100%.
He's just, honestly, I could go on about Gary Mabbutt for ages. I
Tottenham man through and through, 100%. But look, that is all we have time for you guys today. We'll be back again tomorrow for another live stream with you guys. But thank you everyone for watching today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.
Go Spurs.